There, we need a masterclass from you right here.
Think so down for just a moment as DG's creeping.
He saw your gun, he saw your fucking...
The timing, the barrel of the gun spotted, and now position given away. They know where second is, and they're going to be dropping it on him. Narrate is close by, he's dead. Much more to be found for a second. He's going to have to
No, it's too much to ask for. It's surely too much to ask for, right? It's surely too much to fucking ask for.
Deliver. A fake TP, and now second creeping forward. Quietly off the tap, too. He's waiting close by. He's sticking it to half. He's going to stick it all the way. Not able to settle the shots. He finds
Yo!
And second delivers for Sen City. The high by power race.
Oh my god. Oh my
just a clutch. This one. Seen the players already squaring up, fighting each other. Flashes are collecting all sorts of value, but high indeed, just removes two of them like an angel
the shitty ass music.
And
Listen,
Jonah P can't even be removed.
Shit music
collect
today.
Up the stragglers right from behind.
Oh my god, Texarino in my fucking...
Has chances, opportunities. Does he know that Lee is there?
He grabbed the bomb.
Spike picked up, but he gotta know. Flash up and over, dodging, drifting, movement is all over the place. It's a team flash. He self-blinds himself, for God's sake.
Like a thief in the night.
Both of them so that he can escape. And he's around now.
If there is any justice in the world, Tex will win this round.
What the you're forcing the issue, man.
Bunny hopping up there, trying to get as fast as he could up in the tower.
How's this
I've
happen?
got to see this again. How is Jaw killing two with the right click?
That was so Joggamo. That is such a Joggamo thing to...
Hello again everybody and welcome to a new video on Valorant news. VCT America's third week is ongoing, and the first day we had LOUD versus Sentinels and G2 versus Leviatán. And as you can see right here, Sentinels won 2-1. On the first map of Lotus, Sentinels made a lot of mistakes individually and as a group, which enabled LOUD to come out ahead and win Lotus 13-11. Pankara had a great series. Dejizan has been looking very nice. He's been looking very good since the beginning of the tournament. Zekan, on the other hand, is also looking great for Sentinels and has been hitting nice shots. However, as I said, Sentinels made a lot of mistakes on Lotus, and basically those mistakes lost them the map. On Pearl, it was kind of like the opposite story. LOUD looked great first half, but they also made a lot of mistakes, which enabled Sentinels to have 5 rounds in the first half. And then on Sentinels attack, they abused the B site, and LOUD didn't have an answer for that, so Sentinels were able to pull through and get the win on the second map. Zekan, like the first map, Zekan has been like the clutch factor and has been insane, has been hitting great shots, and everybody else on Sentinels contributed to allowing Sentinels to get the map win. On Split, it's kind of a similar story. LOUD had a great start, but then they made a lot of mistakes, and one of the notable mistakes is allowing Zekan to win a clutch, a 1v4 clutch, and it was a much needed round for Sentinels to win, and Zekan brought Sentinels back into the game. And on their defense, we've all seen Sentinels on Split since last season, and they look great. They have a great strat book on how they want to retake a site, so oftentimes they would allow the enemy team to take the site and plant, and then Sentinels would retake, and they did the same this series, and they were able to come out ahead on their defense. After losing to Sentinels, LOUD dropped to lower bracket, and they're gonna face NRG or KRU. Whoever wins between the two teams in this match is gonna play against LOUD. The second game we had is G2 versus Leviatán, and G2 are looking crazy good. Sentinels looked okay, but I think G2 have looked insane throughout this entire series. I mean, to be fair, they played only two games, but so did Sentinels. Sentinels won 2-1 both of those games. G2 have won 2-0 both of the games. And LEV is looking crazy good. When G2 signed Joggamo, everybody was thinking like Joggamo is going to be here at the top instead of LEV. But LEV has looked insane, and his chamber on Pearl is a great pick, and I think every other team should take notes and maybe play a double Sentinels on Pearl. And as you can see right here on the Pearl, G2 won 13-5, and it wasn't even close. On Leviatán side, again, similar to last season, Tex, King, and Calm sometimes. They're the impact players, and I think that's disappointing because LEV picked up Natank and Demon 1, but they're not having as much of an impact as I think a lot of people wanted, especially from Demon 1. And I'm not trying to hate on Demon 1 or anything, but he's not having a great season. He didn't have a nice season last year, and this year he's not having a great time as well. And I think a lot of people are disappointed because last season it was basically a similar story. Tex, King, and Calm sometimes they were having great impact, as well as Aspas. But now since Aspas has gone from the composition, Lev needed someone else to fill his shoes, but it obviously hasn't worked out, at least for the time being. Maybe they need more practice and it will be resolved, and I hope so, because that will make the future events more competitive and more exciting to watch. On Fracture it was slightly more competitive, but G2 again came out ahead. In this game we can see Demon 1 on the smokes had more impact, so maybe that's something for Lev to consider. And Natank had more impact on Duelist as well. And Leaf again on Fracture. On Vice ended up on 24 and 15. He was farming this entire series and the series before. He's been looking insane. And now, as you can see from the brackets, we have Sentinels versus G2 in the upper final, and we have Evil Geniuses versus MiBR coming up soon. Whoever wins is gonna go against Leviatán. The second game of the day, we have NRG versus KRU. Again, whoever wins goes against LOUD. I think NRG should be favored here, but when it comes to LOUD versus NRG, I think it's a second test for LOUD. LOUD looked good in the beginning of the event. Losing to Sentinels showed that they have a lot of improvements to make with their comms, with their fundamentals, and how they want to play as a group. So if LOUD corrects on some of those mistakes, I would favor LOUD to win versus NRG, but it's a real test for LOUD and NRG to prove which of the teams deserves to be top tier in the Americas. When it comes to Evil Geniuses versus MiBR, to be honest, I don't know, but I'm very excited to have Ye versus Aspas, and I'm very excited to have Demon 1 versus Ye or Aspas. I think Evil Geniuses have the upper hand because they play weird comps, and not a lot of teams have practice against those comps. So I would favor Evil Geniuses to beat MiBR, and then I would honestly still favor whoever wins between the two to beat Leviatán. With that said, let me know what you think about the video. If you liked it, please hit like. If you didn't like it, please hit dislike. Which teams do you have going for grand finals, and which team do you think is gonna go all the way and win the whole event? Let me know what you think, and as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.